Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot, and today is a very special day. It is of course November 11th, 11/11, and so in honor of this special day, this very auspicious number that a lot of us in tarot and astrology look at, I am doing an 11/11 snapshot into your love life. All right, and let's get right into it. This is going to be for Leo. And we're just going to take a quick snapshot into your love life right now, today, what it looks like today, November 11th, 11/11. And this is for those of you who are with your lover, with your soulmate, with your divine feminine or masculine individual. You are in some way or another in a connection with them, right? Whether you live with them or not, or around them or not, you know who they are, or you're certainly in a connection with them. This is not for singles necessarily at all. All right, guys, so I'm going to pull out one angel message for today, and yours is let go of control issues, Leo. Let the situation unfold naturally. Very hard to do sometimes, right? But nevertheless, it is necessary. So let's go ahead and pull out your 6 cards for today. These videos are going to be very short and sweet and to the point. It's not a full-on reading. There is the full-on full moon reading up, and the monthly love readings, and the weekly readings. So there are a lot of readings for each of the zodiac signs up on my channel already. And this reading today is just meant to be, like I said, a little quick snapshot into the state of your love connection today, November 11th, my lovely Leo. All right, so let's go ahead and get your 6 cards out. All right, we have the way you see your person is Page of Wands, and the way they see you is 9 of Pentacles. How you see yourself in this scenario is 5 of Swords, and how the person identifies is 2 of Pentacles, and how you see yourself in relation to them and how they see themselves in this relationship to you. All right, guys, so there we have it. All right, there we have it. Let's get right into it, okay? Let me just adjust my... There you go. All right, so how you see your person and how they see you. You see them as a very kind of young, fearless, right, person, right? You see them as a Page of Wands. Page of Wands is extremely creative, very young, youthful, exciting, very enthusiastic. The Page of Wands has really overcome fear in a lot of ways. So this is somebody who's very kind of sort of brave and out there, right? They're not afraid of expressing themselves creatively. They have a lot of confidence. This is all associated with Page of Wands. They see you as the 9 of Pentacles. So they see you as someone who's an extremely hard worker, very ambitious, Leo. But they see that you really spend a lot of time working as opposed to, hang on a second. To adjust something. Working, they see you spending a lot of time working and really not necessarily spending time in close relationships, right? 9 of Pentacles talks about an individual who's very ambitious, who's career-minded, but to the degree that sometimes they may be a little bit alienated from others. They spend a lot of time on their path alone, mastering their craft, right? And so this is how they see you. I think they may see you as someone who's also, this is very Taurian energy as well, 9 of Pentacles, just really kind of being very, very, you know, into yourself, into your body, taking care of your body, your health, your surroundings. It's very sort of a sensual feeling here with the 9 of Pentacles, right? Which we can associate with Taurus energy also. You know, that being in nice surroundings, taking care of yourself very well. You know what I mean? That kind of pampering feeling in a way, right? And this is how you see each other, right? It's interesting. You may indeed, Leo, be dealing with somebody that you believe is younger than you, or perhaps in some ways a little bit more childish than you. Certainly a little bit younger than you, and you're older, right? Now, the way you guys are each identifying yourself. Right now, however, you see yourself, Leo, as really constantly trying to avoid a fight. You see yourself as really having to throw your hands up. You're in a position with somebody and it just feels like you can't win. Five of Swords is that kind of like when you argue with somebody and you can't win with them because the way that they're arguing is so like unfair. You know, they're not playing by the rules. They're switching things up. You know what I mean? It's like, it's an impossible situation to argue or fight with somebody like this because they're constantly changing the rules by which they engage you with. They're lying, they're gossiping, they're using, you know, underhanded communication. You know, one minute they say one thing and then when you challenge them, they say, well, I never said that. It's just like an impossibility. And you end up feeling like, you know what? You got it. I can't even be bothered to fight you on this issue. And that's really how you're feeling right now, Leo. A lot of you are feeling extremely exasperated. And yeah, when we talk about letting go of control issues, it's like you are letting go in the sense that you're dealing with somebody who's a fucking control freak. You know, it's not that you're not the control freak, they're the control freak, but letting go of control issues does apply to you because sometimes when you're dealing with a control freak, you find yourself being thrown into the role of trying to control the situation because it's so out of hand. And so you're ending up being guilty kind of what they're doing, right? So a lot of times when you're dealing with somebody who is like that, who's resonating with this kind of real toxic asshole energy, the best thing to do is throw your hands up and just walk away. Now, they see themselves right now as the Two of Pentacles. They're changing. They're going through a lot of change. They feel like they're changing a lot. They feel like their environment is changing a lot. And they're really having to go through a lot of ups and downs. I think that they may be feeling like they're really going through a lot of sort of financial issues right now. Right? And it feels like as if they're very sort of busy. Right? And I'm going to be honest with you. Of course, they don't see the problem with the control issues because they're the problem. So it's interesting that while you see yourself in a situation where you feel like you're really having to throw your hands up, you really can't be bothered anymore to talk to them because you know you're never going to win. This is a real know-it-all. They don't even see any of that. They're absolutely what are they looking at right now? They're looking at they're really consumed with the changes going on in their life. So this is somebody who doesn't even really this is somebody who's very self-centered. Do you see what I mean? I don't think they even realize that you feel this way. Now, how do you see the relationship? How you each see the relationship? You see it as a Fool and they see it as a Four of Wands. Interesting. You see your part in this relationship. You realize that I think you feel very much like the Fool in this relationship in the sense that it's a new relationship, right? It's a new relationship and it's taking a great deal of faith right now. I mean, the Fool does talk about making a quantum leap a lot of times, but also taking a leap of faith with something. And I think for you, you've taken a leap of faith with this relationship, but I think that you're still not sure about it. I think that you feel very much like the Fool in the sense that this relationship is very young, very immature. I don't know that it has everything that you know what I mean? I think you're looking at the relationship as like, you know, this is not at the level that I'm at right now in my life. This relationship is just not up to that level, right? You know, you feel like you're dealing with a very young, kind of immature connection. That's what I'm getting. Now, they see themselves in this relationship as a Four of Wands. They love it. They think it's perfect. Because they are so self-centered that they're getting everything they need out of it, but they don't see how miserable you are. You know, they don't see that they see that you're kind of pulling away and on your own in your own garden. They do notice that down here with that Nine of Pentacles, but they don't internalize it or think that it's anything to do with them. They think it's all about money. You, on the other hand, a lot of it is down to the fact that you just can't stand being around them anymore in a lot of ways. This Five of Swords is an awful, awful energy for a relationship. I'm going to be honest with you. So if whenever this comes up and somebody's feeling like this in a relationship, it is really not a good sign because it's really a sign of wanting to give up. You just are disgusted and you can't be bothered anymore. And yeah, so it makes perfect sense to me that while you're feeling that this is a real kind of immature, foolish relationship, you feel very much like a fool in this relationship. You feel like you're taking too much of a leap of faith with this person, even though the writing is on the wall. It's not a surprise that this person actually believes that this is a soulmate connection. Because it could very well be a soulmate connection, but they're toxic. Let me tell you something. Just because you have a soulmate connection with somebody doesn't mean that the relationship is not necessarily unhealthy or toxic, right? Yeah, you may indeed have a good connection, but the problem here is that this person is so self-centered in a lot of ways and so controlling in a lot of ways that, yeah, in their mind, it's a perfect soulmate connection, but it really doesn't have much to do with you or how you feel or what you want. It is so much just like what they see, what they feel, and what they want. You're almost inconsequential. I hate to say it, but Leo, this is a real case of, yeah, let go of control issues and see how this plays out. I think you've been putting a lot of effort into a relationship that if you were not to put the effort into, I don't think that this person would step to the plate and put the effort in, because I don't necessarily think that they know what is going on with you. They're very, very immature. You see them as a Page of Wands, and their outlook is very immature, very self-centered, and they're really going through a lot of changes right now anyway, but these changes are the type of changes that they're going through pretty much because of really their attitude and personality. All right, guys, this is your snapshot. Please check the full moon readings and the love readings for the month. This could just be a snapshot into a relationship that's hit the rocks a little bit right now. Or some of you Leos may indeed be dealing with somebody who's a real control freak, right? And again, I said November is the time to get rid of bad relationships, clear out all of the nonsense, and make way for all of the good stuff that's ready to come in December. So if you are in a connection that is toxic or unhealthy or is unhappy, then let it go, or at least, make way for a newer, stronger connection to come in later. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, and share. But for right now, I'm going to say have a wonderful November 11th. Take care, Leo.